Bielsa is in the building. Yeah. Right here, right here. Yeah, that's the lavatories. Yep. Coffee machines in there, copy machine, all that good stuff. Yeah, come on. Meet a few new players. Here's Buffon, Danilo. Meet Marcelo Bielsa, new gaffer. Nice to meet you, fellas. Nice to meet you, fellas. Yeah. Excited to be here. Man, you guys are old. Fran. Hey, Fran. Question for you. Where is the best place to get a coffee? Because this coffee is shit. All right. Osorio, nice to meet you, sir. Yeah. New center back. Yeah, looking forward to playing in your system. Yeah. That guy right there is a little bit crazy, but all right, you see all that stuff there? All that shit. All of it needs to be upgraded. All right, let's take a look. Meeting with the board with the objectives for the year. Seasonal objectives. Should be a pretty interesting discussion with management. Pulling out a cell phone. Uh-oh. I'd like to discuss the season's objectives with you, Marcelo. The club is done languishing in the lower division. Do whatever it takes. I think that's what got us down here, doing whatever it takes to get back into Serie A. But what do you think about those goals? Ooh. I don't know about all that. I think we can finish around mid-table. You know how I roll. You know my philosophies. You know what kind of squad overhaul we need. But I think we just need to set the expectations to be a little bit realistic. 8th spot or higher. And just build from there and see. Maybe we can progress a little bit far in the cup. Start to rotate the squad over a little bit. Seems a rather modest objective, but I suppose you have your reasons. All right, let's aim for that then. Yeah, patience, man. Calma. Whichever direction you think is best, the coaching team is behind you. Y'all better be. I hired all y'all. I brought all of y'all from Leeds. Packed up your bags. We're all here in beautiful Italy. All right. Time to meet the press. Face the press for the first time. Answer some of these questions. Let me see what y'all got here in Italy. All right, you, sir in the back. All right, congratulations on becoming manager. What's your plan for the team? Are you going to introduce your preferred system right away or stick with what the team is used to? Well, to be honest with you, I think sticking with what the team is used to is what got us into this position. You hire Bielsa, you get the Bielsa tactics. It's as simple as that. Anyone who doesn't conform, send packing. We'll get our players in, implement our style. It might take some time, but as you saw with Leeds, we made the promotion from the championship to the next level. So, next question. What style of soccer do you want to play for this season? Well, I want to see the team play hard. You know my style. High energy, high pressing, win the ball back up high up the pitch, transitions, spread the field. Yeah, we're going to it's going to be a completely new philosophy, and it's going to be some struggles and some growing pains, but this is what you hired me for, and that's it. Got to go off the practice, mates. Got to meet the folks. All right, let's take a look at the squad for this year. Got Buffon in goal. Obviously, 43 years old. Don't see him as our long-term, as our keeper of the future, but he is a Parma legend coming back home. But behind him, Colombi, 30 years old, so okay to step into the action for next year. All right, our third string keeper is Turk. 65 overall. Might be looking to upgrade on him, but center backs, so Osorio, 78, so he should slot in as a starter. Apart from him, his partnership should be Danilo, who is a little bit older, 37, so 37 and 43, like I said before. Part of the main goals this year is to sort of reduce the average age of the squad, but we've got some good experienced players to help us progress through Serie B. Valenti, 22. player to watch. So he should be pushing Danilo, especially as Danilo starts to decline. Um, Valencia definitely gets some cup action. Um, Dirkic, very young, 18 years old, 70 overall. Got to train him up, but not too bad for a fourth string. Got a lot of potential, as you see his arc right there. Pretty good. But behind him, below, uh, also 19 years old, very, very young. Might need to send him out on loan, maybe bring in a fifth center back, or maybe promote somebody from the squad. We only play with two at the back, so, or four at the back, so two center backs. So we only need to keep at least 4 or 5 in the roster. But left back, we are a little heavy in that position. So Kobal, Osterwolde, Costa, Zaragitis. So we'll be looking to sort of figure out a lot of young guys. Cobalt's, I think, is 22. Osterwald's 20. Costa might be a little bit older, but we will look to see if we can kind of get rid of one of them. Put probably Costa or Zagaritis on the market, since they are a little bit older and not as good when it comes to the overalls. So if we can get something for them, maybe put it into another position, maybe that backup keeper for the future. Excuse me. That might be something that we're looking forward to doing, but also a position that we might need to strengthen a little bit. But right back, Lorini. We've got a couple on the roster as well. Kind of same predicament. Going to play them all, really see who kind of stands out. We're not really going to be putting a lot of players on the market for this first half of the season until the January window hits. We want to see what our best 11 is, what our rotation looks like, and kind of figure out the squad before we start putting players up for sale and moving players around and things like that. So like I said, get a real good feel for the squad, let these folks settle in, and cream rises to the top. So, but as you can see, 4 left backs, 4 right backs. Obviously, that's got to change. That's just way too many to have on your active roster, your 25-man, 23-man league rosters. So definitely, actually, we got 5. Martella too, I forgot. So maybe some loans, some outgoings to raise a little bit of cash. But into the midfield, so we got Juric, defensive midfielder, about 23, 24. So kind of leveled out in terms of his potential. But behind him is Sam. So Sam is a nice prospect, 20 years old already, a 73 overall. Should be looking to kind of push for some first team action, really develop. So he's a player that we'll be watching his development over the years. We've got Cyprian. So we came back on loan for this year. He was out on loan last year, 79 overall. Probably our best central midfielder, kind of a box-to-box, can do it all. Play a little bit of defensive midfield, but next to him, Shirtarella, so also 36 years old, so 34 years old. So, excuse me, put 2 years on your boy. But legs are kind of getting up there. So as a player, as you can see, declining very rapidly, but good experience. So we'll kind of bring him, keep him in the squad. But got Casata, 75 overall, 24 years old. So a player that looks to be sort of entering his peak. So about 27, 28 for those midfielders. See what we can kind of get him developed to be. But that'll be our main midfielders right there. Kind of the crux right there. We've also got some youngsters. Traore doesn't have a face, so maybe we'll try to find a face for him if we keep him around the squad. But Kamara, another youngster, 19 years old, 64. So maybe try to put those folks out for loan. Probably not in January, because then that means they'll come back next January, since they don't really do too many 6-month loans. But attacking midfield, Vasquez. So we saw a little bit of Vasquez in the intro video. 81 overall. Kind of on the decline a little bit, but still very talented. Good left foot on him. Behind him, we've got a couple of decent players. Brunetta, pretty good dribbler. Pretty good left foot on him. A player that can probably slot in behind the center forward, as well as Bernabe, 20 years old. So player for the future. Might be pushing for some game time now. Physically not that strong, but very good technically. Good left foot. A little diverse. Can play out wide a little bit. But speaking of out wide, so we've got some pretty good young talent. So Mahaya, 21 years old, very quick, very good on the ball, pretty good all-around player, very good potential and progression. Primarily plays on the left, but we got Felix Correa. So he's actually on loan from Juventus, 20 years old, 72 overall, very quick, very good dribbler, but very raw. So he's going to need a lot of development, maybe some game time to sort of get him up to speed, which is kind of why they sent him here. But then we've got Man, so one of our better players, 78 overall, 23 years old, so still developing, hasn't hit his prime yet, but very good dribbler, very good left foot, probably one of our key players this year. Spracati, a little bit older on the wing, so some depth options on the wing, although we've got Bernabe and Brunetta who can also play out there, but just in case we need a true winger. So we've got some good target men up front, which we'll see a little bit later, but Spracati could helpfully come in. But we've got Goran Pandev, the ageless vet, 38 years old. As you can see, just rapidly declining. So we'll see how he is. Maybe move him on. But Inglesi, who's probably our starting number 9, even though he wears number 45. Gotta love these numbers in Italy. But he is our main focus of the attack. Very, very strong, very good in the air, good hold-up play, pretty good feet. We've got Totino, who's also on loan, 25 years old. 77 can kind of play off of a main striker, can play as a 9, can play out wide a little bit. Pretty good player, so we'll see how he fares. We've got Simi, who's the backup for Inglesi when it comes to needing someone to kind of kick it into the box. Put a head on it. He's very, very good in the air. Not very good with the ball at his feet, but Bendecic, so one of our youngsters, doesn't have a face, so just rocking that generic. But 21 years old, 71. He's got some pretty decent potential. As you can see, he's improved a lot. But right now he's 4th choice. Bonnie, 66, 18 years old, so doesn't really kind of factor into this year's plans. Might loan him out, maybe put him on the market, find him a home, place that he can go to. But there's the squad. Here's the first press conference of the season in terms of looking up forward to the first matchup. So how are you feeling today going into your first match? We're here to make the fans proud. We're here to put on a good display, work hard, sort of set the foundation and fundamentals of what the team is going to look like for the next couple of years. Make the fans proud. All right, that's it for this one. We will go ahead and see you on match day 1. Peace.